Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Matsuyorific, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So, many of you have probably noticed that there's a lot of Pokemon news that I haven't covered previously in my previous videos. Most recently is Salandit, and some other Pokemon that have been shown. The main reason that I haven't shown these guys or talked about them yet is because I've mainly done trailer reaction videos. And while Salandit did have his own trailer, he was kind of the only thing in the trailer, and I watched it on my own, not even thinking about it. But today, since we don't have any new news this week, I figured I would take a look at all the stuff that I haven't gone over yet. So we're going to be doing this through the Sun and Moon website. We're going to be looking at the Pokemon and anything else that I haven't talked about yet. Let's go ahead and start with the Pokemon that have been announced. So let's go ahead and start with Salandit. And it is the Toxic Lizard Pokemon with a brand new ability called Corrosion. Now, Corrosion is an interesting ability because it allows you to poison Pokemon that shouldn't normally get poisoned, i.e. Steel and other poison types. So that's a pretty cool thing about it. No real art, there's not a whole lot of artwork of it, just the original Ken Sugimori art. I think they only did special artwork of the starters. Actually, let's just go back here. So we've already seen these guys, and let's see here. Also, totally called it with these guys being his evolution. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and look at these guys again, just because when I did the video for these guys, I only had the Japanese names to go off of, but now we have their actual names. Let's go ahead and look at them starting with Bruxish. Yeah. The Gnash Teeth Pokemon. Okay, so in the original video that I did the trailer reaction, we went to Bulbapedia, and it said that this ability, Dazzling, was specific to, I forget which move it was, but it was just a specifically for that one. And now we know that it is not specific to a Pokemon and a move. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I was so unhappy before. In fact, now that I think about it, I think it was Kangaskhan and Fake Out. But no, the Japanese trailer showed that it showed a Pikachu using Quick Attack and Dazzling not working on that. So it's not specific to Kangaskhan using Fake Out like Bulbapedia tried to tell us, because that was incredibly stupid. And so yes, thankfully Dazzling is much better than we initially thought. It stops any priority move from taking effect, which is pretty cool. Still not too crazy about staring at that. Ugh. Alright, so then we got this one, Cutie Fly. He's so cute. It's a perfect name for it. The Bee Fly Pokemon. And apparently this thing is actually based off of an actual insect called the bee fly. I'd never heard of it until I found out about Cutie Fly. Also, Bruxish is apparently based off of the state fish of Hawaii. If that means anything to you, I still don't like it. I think it needs to be killed with fire. Yes, that still makes sense because it's a fish and you can fry fish! Alright, we've already got Pikipek. And Yungoos we already knew about. And then we got Drampa. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this might be like an evolution for Dunsparce. I don't really see much of a resemblance other than the fact that they both have yellow, blue, and white, but the dominant colors are completely different. And then there's Paprio, Solgaleo, then Tapu Koko, Magearna, which everyone knows about Magearna, but just for the sake of discussion, Magearna is a steel fairy type, and apparently this is not its actual coloring. When it was first created, all this silver that you see was actually red. So this actually looks like a Pokeball, or like it looks like a regular Pokeball, instead of... I can't make a comparison. I mean, it still looks like it was based off of Pokeball, but like it used to look like an actual Pokeball, which is pretty cool. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it in the movie. Let's see here. We got Rowlet. We got Grubbin. Lunala. Zygarde cores and cells. It's squishy! Zygarde. 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 Alright, so here we have Charjabug, which, again, the evolved form of Grubbin. I totally called that. And it definitely does look like it could be used to charge something like a battery. It's definitely an interesting design, but we already talked about its design. I just wanted to cover the fact that its name is Charjabug. And then Vikavolt. I definitely have a bit more to say about Vikavolt. I am so glad its Japanese name is not transferring over, because seriously, Kuwaga-nan? Kuwaga-mon? Which is funny, because it looks a lot more like Beetlemon than it does Kuwagamon. I mean, with that color scheme, and the horn thingies, yeah, and the fact that it's clearly a beetle. So here is one of the other new Pokemon that I haven't talked about yet. Now, Komala has been known for a little bit. It was leaked in Korokoro a few months ago, and it's the drowsing Pokemon. And its Japanese name, which I think is actually a lot better, is Nekawala. Now, Komala is an interesting name too, but I like Nekawala better. And it's got another interesting new ability, called Comatose, where it basically can't be inflicted with any status condition other than sleep. Which reminds me, I completely forgot about one of these guys. There you are. Nope, go back. Drampa. So, Drampa's ability was another one that we didn't get to see properly on the Bulbapedia. Drampa's ability, Berserk. Originally, the Bulbapedia article said that Berserk would lower special attack if it got hit by Dragon Claw, and Dragon Claw lowered it to low health. And that was the first out of 3 mind hurts. It still hurts my brain thinking about it. But turns out that Berserk is actually a lot more versatile than that. And it's not specific to Dragon Claw. Thank Arceus! So Berserk basically is it just activates if an attack lowers it down to low health, and then it lowers the special attack. No specific moves required. That's it. And it makes me so happy to know that these are not move specific. Or even Pokemon specific. Oh, seriously, that hurt my brain so much. Anyway, so we were talking about Komala before. I guess that's about it. I am very happy to have a koala Pokemon. Especially a blue koala Pokemon, because I'm a huge fan of Lilo and Stitch. And I definitely want to name it Stitch. Which is funny because, like, when we first found out that Alola, that the new games were going to be taking place in Hawaii, I was like, oh my gosh, there needs to be a koala Pokemon, so I can name my character Lilo, and I can have Stitch! So, yes, that would be so much fun. So yes, definitely want to name it Stitch! Okay, and last but not least, or at least I think this is the last, list of the new Pokemon. We've got Rockruff, the puppy Pokemon. And it was actually shown in a pretty early on trailer, but we didn't get to see what it looked like. It was just from the back, and people were kind of speculating as to what it was. And it's a rock-type dog Pokemon. We actually haven't had any puppy Pokemon for a while. Not since Gen 5. Well, I guess it hasn't been too long. So we've got 4 puppy Pokemon now. We've got Growlithe, we've got Houndour, Poochyena, and Lillipup. So now we've got Rockruff. So we can almost have a team full of puppy Pokemon, except that now we actually can have a team full of kitty-type Pokemon, but that's completely different. So, yeah. Well, no, we did get Furfrou in Gen 6. So, yeah, we've got 6 dogs now. I guess that means that Gen 4 is just the oddball out for not giving us any new dogs. So, it's a rock type, which is new. I guess they've all been their own specific. They've all been their own specific types, except for Poochyena, who is literally just Houndour without the fire typing. But now we've got Rockruff, who is a rock type, who can kick Houndour's booty. Same for Growlithe. Actually, yeah. I guess that's... So yeah, we had Growlithe, the fire type, and then we had Houndour, who was fire and dark. So basically we added dark to Growlithe, and then we took the fire away to make it Poochyena. Has anyone noticed that before? Anyway, I'm getting off track. Thank you, ADD. Let's see here. Do we have any others? Togedemaru, which is the same as its Japanese name. And then Salandit, which we already talked about, which means that we have come full circle. So, let's take a look at some of the other stuff we've got on here. We've got the Alola map, which we've already seen. We got our hero characters, the male and female trainers, and in the demo shown at E3, they showed that this guy's name was Sun, but you know, so this is Trainer Sun and Trainer Moon, but I'm sure that they'll have regular names as well, just like how Serena was. I forget what they said her game name was, but it started with a Y. I remember that Callum was Xavier, and then they showed that for all of the customizable names instead of showing their regular names. So they haven't actually shown us what these guys' names are going to be. So that'll be interesting to find out. I'm sure we'll eventually learn her name when Ash starts traveling with her anyway. We all know Ash is going to travel with her. That's kind of the thing. We got the Choose Your Look. We got Professor Kukui. And I know that he's been confirmed not to be your dad, but I still want to know, he is wearing a wedding ring. He is wearing a wedding ring. So who is he married to if it's not your mother? I want to know. Sorry, all you ladies who are fawning over Kukui, but you can't have him. He's already taken. He's already spoken for. Go back to your Professor Sycamore fetishes. And then we got Lily, Hal, and that's all the human characters we've got so far. So let's see here. I think we've already talked about the cool features. So those are all, yeah. We've already seen all the videos. And I guess that's it. So, yeah, I guess that's not a whole lot to be said. But I just wanted to go through and actually talk about these guys and correct myself about these guys' abilities. Because that seriously did hurt. I was so upset. I'm so glad that those worked, the actual ability descriptions. Oh my goodness. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Hopefully next week we'll have more information on Sun and Moon and I can do a better video. I will see you guys in the next one.